In this VideoNet interview at IBC 2011, I'm speaking with Spencer Stevens, Executive Vice President at Sony Pictures Entertainment. Hello, Spencer.
Hi.
The tablet is having a big impact, certainly in the television market in its early days. And I'm just wondering, for studios, how big an impact that can have, because we're hearing about it becoming the second screen, taking over from the PC potentially, and it seems to offer a very high quality experience, even though it's a smaller screen.
Yeah, it does. I mean, some of the tablets are capable of playing 720p, so basically high definition. And I think they are playing an important role because I was reading a Cisco report recently that was talking about how internet video is segmented. And if we look at connected TVs, that's rising at about 100% year over year. And smartphones is going up about 150%. But tablets are going up about 200%. So it's clearly an experience that consumers want. And from us, from a studio point of view, it's all about giving the consumer the experience they want, giving them access to our content and letting them play it wherever they want on whatever device, whenever they want.
I mean, does it make any difference from a creative point of view? I mean, would you as a studio prefer that people watch it on great big screens because all that effort's gone into making it look fabulous?
Yeah, I think obviously, you know, the movies were made to be watched in a theatre, initially watched in a theatre on a 40-foot screen, and that's the best possible experience you can get. And, you know, it's always a very exciting experience too. But, you know, that's not where everybody goes to movies. I mean, everybody goes to movies, they do watch stuff later on in the cycle. And I think really at that point, it is a question of more about a high-quality picture than necessarily a size of the screen. I mean, if I sit here and hold a tablet, my angle of view between the two sides of the tablet is equivalent to a 60-inch screen on the other side of the room.
And from a business point of view, for a studio, does it make any difference where people watch? I mean, are you agnostic as long as they're watching on something, or is there more value if they're watching on the main TV than if they're watching on a smartphone or a tablet?
That's really a difficult question to answer because it does get into our deals. Which is something I'm not really qualified to answer, you know, more at the technical end of it, so I can't really answer that one.
Okay, all right. Well, moving on to electronic sell-through then.
Sure.
We sort of heard whisperings that it's not quite as successful as the studios would have hoped, and there are sort of moves underway to try and make it more appealing. One of which is sort of higher video quality, and the other is bringing some of the features that you get on a DVD onto electronic sell-through. I mean, can you tell me what is possible, and can electronic sell-through basically replicate a Blu-ray experience ultimately?
Well, I think let me just go back before I answer that particular question and look at what has been where consumers are dissatisfied with electronic sell-through experience, and it's more about their ability to share it amongst the family, concern about you know, if they've got it on storage, they've got a home server, if that crashes, and also concern about how if they stop buying a particular brand of devices, will they be able to move that content across to other devices they buy? So they feel locked in, and those are the sort of levels of dissatisfaction with electronic sell-through. Ultraviolet is really designed to address those particular ones. And I think as we go forward, we'll see electronic sell-through, people responding better to electronic sell-through because it's taking them from the bottom left-hand corner where there are few people, potentially not many people are buying it and are not very happy with the experience, up to the top right-hand corner where lots of people buy it and are very happy with the experience. So I think that's going to be the main trend there. But obviously, the experience of watching a movie is not just in the content itself. People like hearing the director's commentary, as you note, and all the other extras that come with it. And we're already seeing that with iTunes Extras coming with movies when you purchase them through iTunes. And I think that that's a growing trend, and there are plenty of other service providers who are able to offer that or plan to offer that. And I think that will become a growing trend to the point where it's going to be more a matter of choice and convenience, and to some extent picture quality, rather than the features that distinguishes EST from physical media.
Okay, so if we just put aside a minute the storage and the ownership issues, in terms of technical capabilities and what you can do with the movie, if you like, features, can it match DVD or Blu-ray?
Oh yeah, I think easily. you know, if for no other reason than technology has moved forward. You know, Blu-rays were originally defined it must be like 10 years ago now, and the interactivity on them dates back to then. So it was done in the context of that technology, you know, a decade ago. There's new technology out here. Devices have more powerful processors in them. There's other ways of defining how the interactivity works. So yeah, not only can it replicate that experience, I think we can do far better.
Okay, and in terms of the user experience and the convenience and the ownership, I mean, even if you do make it shareable and the content rights are obviously taken care of, I mean, is it really a mass market proposition that people will give over their ownership to the cloud? Do you think people are ready to give up the physical DVD that they have on their shelf? Or?
I think it's wrong to look at it as being an either or, right? I think if you look at the ultraviolet experience, what the ultraviolet experience will be is you shop where you normally shop, and that might be in a physical bricks and mortar store, or it might be online. And you look for products with the ultraviolet logo on them, and you buy them. Now, if you're buying them online, the retailer will put the rights token into your rights locker for you, right? And then you can go on to enjoy it. If you're buying a Blu-ray disc, it will come with, for example, it might be a serial number or whatever, you know, an insert in the back, or it might be automatically from something reading the disc. But that also will put a rights token into the rights locker. And that really enhances the value of the disc. So if you look at how it might be work going forward, you have a very high quality, you know, 1080p version of the movie, very high bitrate version of the movie on the disc. And then you have versions that may be lower bit rates, and therefore lower quality, not bad quality, but lower quality. But those are more convenient for you to use. You can, you know, download them onto your tablet, for example, or stream them to your tablet.
Okay, all right. Well, that definitely sounds very compelling when you've got the two together. And I mean, do you think that ultimately digital distribution of whatever kind, whether it's electronic sell-through or downloads, etc., can make up for what we hear as a sort of slow decline of physical media?
I think, you know, really to go back to my answer just a few moments ago, it's really a combination of the two. Electronic sell-through will make disc ownership more valuable. And I mean, what's very clear here is that people love watching movies, they love watching TV shows. And people are very satisfied with the quality of the entertainment they get from that. So it's really what we're discussing here is how they access it, how they get to it, whether it's through electronic sell-through or on physical media. And the two are really complementary. You know, the two go together. And I think, you know, people want to collect the stuff, and they'll collect it in whatever format is convenient for you. And another great thing about Ultraviolet is that with a rights locker, it allows you very easily to organize what you own and find it, you know, or sort it by genre or look up particular actors, which is something that's really not very easy to do if you've got it just sitting on a hard drive somewhere.
Okay, I mean, just to sort of round up, it does look like you're sort of almost doing what the pay TV operators are doing, which is just more value for money, really, giving people a little bit more for their money now. Yeah,
I mean, I think, you know, from the Ultraviolet is about creating an electronic sell-through that has the ubiquity of a DVD. If you take a DVD and you put it in a DVD player, it plays. And you don't need to think, well, I bought my DVD from that store, will it play in the DVD player I bought from this other store? But that's where we are with electronic sell-through at the moment. If I buy it from one service, it probably won't play on a device that's coupled to another service. Ultraviolet will break that down. It puts that portability in there, the ubiquity in there, and that really increases the value of electronic sell-through.
Great. All right. Well, we'll leave it with that. And thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Thanks.